welcome to Movie Reviews by South to Normal. Your host, me, Michael Soren. Today, I'm going to start you on a journey of talking about the domestic, U.S. only, highest grossing movies of all time. This isn't the worldwide one, which will be later, a video later. This is top 25 U.S. top gross movies of all time. Not adjusted for inflation, also. So this will be 25 through 11 through 25. Then I'll do the top 10 as a separate video. So coming in 25th, from 1982, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, which grossed $437,141,279. For those of you who haven't seen E.T., I suggest you get out there and watch it. It is beloved by many. It is quite you gotta also see it before, like, I don't know if they undid what they did where Spielberg took out a lot of guns and changed them into walkie-talkies, but check out E.T. It's worth a watch. It follows a family. A little boy discovers an alien in his house, and the alien needs to get home, E.T., and the government tries to capture E.T. to perform experiments on it, basically almost killing E.T. Check it out. It sounds way more graphic the way I described it than it is. But check it out. We'll review E.T. at a later date. In 24th, in 2004, Shrek 2 with $441,226,247. Shrek 2 was a nice little follow-up to Shrek, where Shrek is married to Fiona. I don't think they have kids in this one yet. I think that's Shrek the Third. Donkey has kids in this with the Dronkies. Worth a watch. Shrek always made me laugh. Shrek was good time. Shrek 1 and 2, that is. The third one might have been too much. Bit too much. Number 23 from 2012, The Dark Knight Rises. This was the third installment of the Christopher Nolan's Batman series, with Bane and Catwoman in it. Not as good as The Dark Knight, but it's still a good movie. I think a lot of the money it got was because of how well received and how just fantastic Dark Knight was. So a lot of that was people following up, watching that real soon, and then it didn't have legs because it didn't live up to hype. Number 22 from 2015, with $459,005,868. Age of Ultron, the Avengers Age of Ultron. This, I believe, was the second Avengers movie. I could be wrong there. I'm drawing a blank. Let me do a quick little search. No, it was the second one, not the third one. My mistake. Again, first one had brought the expectations way up. Age of Ultron kind of came down a little. It did introduce Scarlet Witch to us. We got her from Age of Ultron. It gave us Ultron. It was worth a little watch. It was this beginning phase. It's kind of like the mid phase of Marvel MCU. Now coming in next at 21st. Again, this ranking is not preferential. This is purely data-driven ranking based on money grossed per the lifetime of the movie. So number 21, coming at $460,998,507 from 1977, Star Wars: A New Hope. The movie that launched an empire. Figuratively and literally. If you have not seen Star Wars, I suggest you watch it. Try watching this one first before you go any further. If anything, there's a downfall between this one and the new ones because of the technology at the time just isn't what it is now. So Lucas's vision isn't as shiny and new looking as the graphics are now. But if you can just think, this was the 70s. All this stuff was created for the first time to make this movie. If you just think about that and realize what a feat this movie was, what what this did for cinema, you'll be blown away. Coming in the 20th position with $474,544,677, 1999, 22 years after the movie I just named, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Prequel hate aside, I'm in that boat a little bit for a little too much. The prequels themselves, like, were more of what Lucas had envisioned CGI-wise, like, graphically. Story-wise, there's some choices he made, like some things he cut out, some stuff he just chose. It might have hindered the fan base a little too much. But it's well worth it. Any Star Wars is good Star Wars, in my opinion. I'm not, like, if it comes out, I'm going to watch it. I'll give you my opinion on it. Like, I can tell you Book of Boba Fett, like, left me wanting a little more, kind of hurt Star Wars lore in my mind, because if you build Boba Fett up to one thing, different story for another time. 19th, Frozen 2 from 2019, $477,373,578. Frozen 2 was, in my opinion, worse than Frozen 1. Having watched them as much as I have because of my kid, I'm going to blame the kid on that one. The story continued, and it just got a little too much. But, like, the first one was unique in a way. This one wasn't, because, like, obviously it was a sequel. But first one was better than the second one, in my opinion. Onward. In 18th, from 2016, $486,295,561. Finding Dory, the Finding Nemo sequel. Again, Finding Nemo was slightly better. The first one was better. Sequels are always hard to do, in my opinion, like, to make them better than the original. This one kind of was like that. It was similar to the original, except they were trying to find Dory's parents, and the whole thing with Dory is she has short-term memory loss. Or long-term memory loss. Which one is it? I don't know. Either way, it proved challenging. Worth a watch. Cute little movie. Definitely deserving to be on this list. I don't know how it wouldn't be on this. Like, it doesn't deserve to be on here. It made a bunch of money. You don't deserve to be here. Well, screw you. It made all the money anyway. Stupid comment. Aside, 17th on the list. From 2017, $504,481,165. The live-action Beauty and the Beast. Have not watched this one yet. Don't have much to say about it. Other than I've heard meh things. Meh is what I've heard. Coming in at 16th in 2019 with $515,000, $515,220,542. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. This was when Star Wars was finishing? Is that the correct term? The sequel trilogy was finishing? Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Yeah, this was the last J.J. Abrams Star Wars. And say what you will about it, it was still Star Wars. I enjoyed it, despite the Palpatine-ness of it. Kind of felt like there was two scripts written, and they kind of melded them together and couldn't agree on some things. But well worth it if you like Star Wars. It'll fill your cup. Not overflow it. It'll fill it up and satiate your Star Wars appetite. Coming in at 15th with $533,539,991 from 2016, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This movie is so good in the terms of Star Wars. Like, it is just one of the best, if not the best, Star Wars movie out there. It is just, I enjoy it so much. The story behind what they're doing, how they're trying to stop the rebels by stealing the Death Star plans and broadcasting them. Like, such a good movie. Check it out. Next, in 14th, with $534,987,076 from 2008, The Dark Knight. Like I mentioned earlier with The Dark Knight Rises, this movie was fantastic. It had the added Heath Ledger death scandal to kind of boost intrigue, unfortunately. But it didn't need it. I think that helped it gain a huge opening weekend. And then the overall just goodness of this movie, how good it was, what Christopher Nolan accomplished, helped it get to where it's at on this list. Coming in 13th with $543,638,043 from 2019, the quote-unquote live-action Lion King. Did not watch this yet. I've heard meh things. Meh to, oh my god, that was bad things. I'll leave it at that. Streaming on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. Coming in 12th with $608,581,744 from 2018, Incredibles 2. I started watching this one. I didn't finish it. I wasn't a big fan of The Incredibles. This one was kind of in the same boat. So I will have to finish it before I give you a complete synopsis review. But streaming on Disney Plus as well. Check it out. Coming in 11th from 2017 at $620,181,382. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. This was Rain Johnson's... Ryan, not Rain. I always call him Rain. Sorry, Rain Wilson and Ryan Johnson. I mix you up all the time. It's a good little movie. Even though it was massive. What Johnson was moving towards, and I wish they took more of in the ninth one that was Rise of Skywalker. I wish it was played out a little more there, because he did better, in my opinion, than Rise of Skywalker. But that is 11 through 25. 1 through 10 will be in the next episode I release later. Stay tuned for that one. Again, this is domestic, US dollars only. We're not talking worldwide. Those numbers and that list is completely different than this one. So tune in. Let me know what you think about the movies I've mentioned in this. Whether you feel they should be on this list or shouldn't be on this. I mean, they're on it because they made this money. I'm not making these figures up. You can check out boxofficemojo.com. You can check out any cinema tracking website that tracks box office releases, and you can get these numbers. I'm not making them up. This isn't a personal list. I'm not ranking these. This is just data driven. This is what they made in this order from least to most, or most to least, whatever. Let me know what you think down below, though. You guys are awesome. Peace.